and I know this is another like side quest, but it's hilarious. Do you know
No, I don't think so.
it has really good flour, fucking phenomenal flour in New York City. I was with her. We were going to this. I was like, I want to check out this sex club. They were having a day party. I wanted to see the venue. So long story short, we don't stay, but I go inside because I want to just like, let me just check out the venue. They let me look around because there was nobody there. I come outside. She's in the car with this guy. I hang out with him all the time. It's not weird that someone would pull up wherever she is and she'd hop in the car and smoke a blunt. Like, that's not weird. So we're in the car. Then he's like, oh, I got to go to Brooklyn. And she's like, I'm not doing anything. And I'm like, sure, whatever. I'm down. I'm just sitting in the backseat getting high as fuck, doing whatever. It was one of those days in New York City where it was like 117 degrees. It was insane.
Oh man.
So I'm like, I'm just sitting in the air conditioning. I was like, at this point, you could take me anywhere. I don't really care.
Like
so anyway, we're
outside.
hanging out with this guy all day, like driving around to Brooklyn and back, end up going to another sex club before I realized that they had just met.
So you don't know where you're going at all. Like they're like in the seat getting to know each other.
I didn't realize I'm sharing shit like, because Hazel's my dude. Like, I go off of her energy. Like, I trust her. So like, she was vibing, she was just like talking to this guy about her past. And so we were talking about all this stuff and had all these like conversations. I think this is
yeah.
And I'm like, your friend's my friend. So cool. And
like,
then
so where
it was
heading?
hilarious. So we're at the second sex club. And I didn't realize that they met each other. He came outside and he was in his car and he had just gone into that sex club and come out because there was nobody there also.
Right.
And so they were talking and then
he was like, gotcha.
I think it immediately went to weed. And then it was only like 5 minutes.
Coming out of
I think he's Dominican from like from the Bronx. She is Cuban from the Bronx. So like I feel like we're all like around the same age. Like he definitely smokes weed. And like the fact that they were both coming out of the same sex club on a Wednesday afternoon. Sometimes you just know when it's your people. My guard was down like crazy though. Like I was just being my actual self. By the time I realized, I was like, wow, I totally got to know this person. We just spent the last 8 hours together. Just talking about life and everything. And I didn't realize, like, because I was like, hold up. I was like, did I just get in the car with somebody that I met on the street?
Legit, right? Welcome to New York, right?
I was sitting in the back seat and he kept looking back and being like, are you good? You okay? Like, it's okay. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm driving. And I was like, yeah, what? Like, because I kept being like, whatever. I'm like on live in the back seat talking about like, and I'm like, friend is like really conscientious. Like he's very like courteous. I'm like, oh, because he has like a white lady sitting in the back of his car, and he doesn't want, like he doesn't like, and he's driving, and he probably thought it was weird that I was like so
chill. You're like, yeah, I don't care. Bring me wherever. And he's like, what the hell?
So yeah, because that happened at like, I want to say maybe like 3 or 4 p.m. And by the time I realized this, we'd been hanging out all day, and it's like 10 p.m.
And we're at the
second sex club.
The other sex club, yeah.
Yep.
So did you?
Yeah.